There may just be 5 BRICS members right now, but given the amount of countries looking to cement themselves to the group, it could compromise a whole wall before long. Those wanting in is the key question for those already in the group ahead of the 15th summit here in Johannesburg. But if they're looking to extend this group to accommodate more into the family, just how big will it need to be? Well, more than 40 countries have made inquiries about joining Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa in their Economic and Development Pact. 22 countries have made formal requests to become fully fledged members of the group. So why are so many so keen to join BRICS and earn their fully fledged, shiny BRICS badge? BRICS countries account for 42% of global population and occupy some 30% of its territory. And the 5 members collectively represent 20% of global trade.
This knocking on the door is nothing new. 22 countries have formally approached BRICS, an equal number of informal approaches.
Another reason so many countries are looking to drop anchor on the BRICS port is because it offers a safe harbor from potential risks of reliance on the dollar. The group has been urging its members to use more of their own local currency when trading amongst themselves and move away from the greenback. This could make countries immune to unilateral sanctions. And when it comes to sanction, no one knows that better than Iran, who for decades have been under American ones. But right now, Tehran is wooing the chair and host of this BRICS summit, South Africa, in its accelerated quest to become a fully fledged BRICS member. But the use of local currency is not only important to the BRICS, but it's a key objective of the BRICS Bank, the new development bank.
The bank should play a major role in the development of a multipolar, polycentric world. We must work to attract investment in the markets of our partners. I also believe that the countries of the developing world can freely make their foreign trade transactions between themselves in their national currencies.
In this rapidly evolving world, BRICS and its influence are an alternative to the Western-led hegemony of global blocs and institutions. It is a powerful channel that can voice the interest of the wider global South community of countries, and that goes far beyond its handful of members.
For 2 decades, we have heard calls for reform of multilateral institutions, only to be continuously disappointed. It is therefore imperative that BRICS members demonstrate sincerity in regard to reforming global decision-making, including that of the UN Security Council.
We all have a responsibility to remedy this unhealthy global order, and BRICS has the potential to be a positive force for that.
One more factor why countries would be keen to press the friend request button to BRICS is because while all members don't always agree in their global outlook or other issues, finding common ground remains the basic building block of this grouping. There has been a number of joint research projects undertaken and funded by the BRICS countries in sectors such as vaccine research, exchange of information through satellites, and in the joint BRICS Energy Cooperation Platform, which will go to addressing energy issues experienced across all countries. And the investments amongst the BRICS members themselves have shot up 6-fold in the last decade to now $167 billion in 2020. And for South Africa, this story has been tremendous. The country only traded some $4.8 billion rands with the BRICS members in 2017. But last year, that volume was up to 830 billion rands, which was a phenomenal increase. BRICS accounts for some 21% of South Africa's global trade, and 14% of what South Africa exports is headed towards BRICS countries, while importing 30% from the other four. So no one knows exactly how the 15th Heads of States BRICS meeting will go or what results it will yield in terms of growing the greater BRICS family. But one thing for sure is that interest has peaked in the club. And now, more than ever before, more countries see BRICS as the solution to many of the issues that continue to plague the global south. I'm Karabo Letlhatlha for RT in Johannesburg.